Hey everybody, it's the coach. You're tuned in to Sunday Night Football on EA Sports. Coming up, we'll see third-year quarterback Deshaun Watson and the Houston Texans as they match up with Andrew Luck and the Indianapolis Colts. With that, let's get on up to Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis. For the call, we bring in our broadcasters, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, much appreciated, Coach, as we welcome all of you to our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Just as we were ready for air, it was the Colts emerging from the locker room to great fanfare here in Indy. They're ready to go as the Colts get set to match up with the Houston Texans. From the booth, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis. And Charles, this AFC South, the only division with 3 teams over 500 a year ago. Now here in 2019, this may be the most wide-open division in the National Football League.
In addition, it's a really improved division because for years, remember, Indianapolis ran this division. Then Houston popped up and they took over. Jacksonville almost went to the Super Bowl just 2 seasons ago. And Tennessee was in the playoffs 2 years ago and almost got back there again last year. You're exactly right. This is a wide-open division. Should be a fun one to watch.
Fairbairn now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Heading out now to lead the Colts, Andrew Luck in his 7th year now out of Stanford. A season ago, 39 touchdown passes. That might win a title most years, but he was second to Patrick Mahomes in 2018. Here's the second year back out of NC State, Naheem Hines. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Aaron Colvin there to make the tackle. And we look now at the offense for Indianapolis.
Brian Kelly's a great example of how valuable the centers have become in the NFL. A former first-round pick, he was plugged in immediately to be a starter to handle big nose tackles as well as blitzing linebackers, and also able to move and get out into the run game and get to the second and third level and deliver blocks.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Watch the pass.
Now Luck. Over the middle, hauled in by Campbell. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. The defensive crew for the Texans. Here's a look.
Many times as we open a game, we talk about guys who are drafted in the 1st round, but how about the undrafted players? In this case, safety Tashawn Gibson was made the most of his time in the NFL, becoming a starter in the league, and since 2012, has 20 interceptions, the most for undrafted players in that time frame.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. 4th down now after a loss of 2. Well, they opted not to run it. They completed the pass on 3rd and 2, but they lost yardage to bring up 4.
Well, give credit to the guys on the other side of the ball. They snuffed out the play, but it does bring into question, 1, the play call, because they didn't run the ball there. They could have run it. And 2, just not getting it. That's got to be deflating for them.
Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. Deandre Carter back deep. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Texans offense heading out, and it's Deshaun Watson leading the way, the 3rd-year man out of Clemson. Last year, 26 touchdowns, 9 interceptions, but the big number for the Texans, he was sacked a league-high 62 times. They'll try to do better in this one. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at the 20. Caught Left side, Hopkins. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, Watson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hopkins. The 20, 10, touchdown, Houston. Deandre Hopkins, 81 yards. And the Texans have taken the early lead. Early on, you hit on it. Needing to avoid the big play. Easier said than done, though. There's a big touchdown.
Yeah, the big thing is when he does get his catches, you've got to tackle him and get him on the ground. Obviously, weren't able to do it on that one.
Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. And the Texans take a 7-0 lead. The quick strike ability certainly intact there. 2 plays, 80 yards to score it. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically, what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Check out. Right, check 22. Check 41. Pick me up. Here we go. Check out.
3rd and 2, Locke. And he's got his man Hilton. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Hilton's first catch, good for a first down. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
On first down, it's Locke. Taken in by the tight end, Doyle. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And the Texans scoop it. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, Let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations, big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line.
Let's go, defense. All right, here we go.
Now a first-time Pro Bowler from a year ago, Lamar Miller. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
Let's go.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. From the gun, here's Watson. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Oh, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Watson now to throw. He's got Fuller. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic and people wanting to put a little contact on him. Really well done.
3rd and long. It's Watson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is caught. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Deandre Hopkins with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Texans will add on to their lead. Now, he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. And it's good to make it 14-0. Just a 4-play drive that time. And the result, a Houston touchdown. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Only 2 there on the dump off. It's 3rd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. Left side, Doyle with it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big 3rd down pickup of 20 yards. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. The sack there by J.J. Watt.
Someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
Luck going to bring him up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. Middle of the field to the tight end, Doyle. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. The Colts with a first red zone opportunity in the ball game. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11. From the gun, here's Luck. That ball caught by Funchess. Touchdown, Indianapolis. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Colts have got it back to a one-score game. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played. So that drives 7 plays in length. And the result for the Colts is a touchdown. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This is fielded at the goal line. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Getting set to go again, Deandre Hopkins marches back onto the field. And they've got to figure out how to stop some of the highlights that we're seeing on the screen here.
And what it feels like, he's going to say it doesn't matter what you put out here. I am having a big-time performance. I'm playing at a big-time level. Just keep throwing me the football.
On 1st and 10, Watson. Fuller brings it in over the middle. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on third down. A shotgun snap for Watson. To the right side and complete to Thomas. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans. Watson in the offense going to come up 1st and 10. And he's completed all 7 of his passes thus far. Watson looks to throw again. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. The final shot before the break. Watson going deep for Hopkins. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made.
Let's go, boys.
So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everybody, to our abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. This game's had a little bit of everything thus far, and certainly plenty to look forward to, as the teams are right back out there for the second half. So we'll get right back out there as well, as we'll turn it back over to Brandon Godden.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. This is fielded at the goal line. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Deandre Hopkins and the rest of the offense heading back onto the field. And now he's inching closer to a 200-yard game. He's been so solid.
And he's really denting the pride of the guys playing defense, too, because there's certain barriers that you just don't want to give up. Never want to give up a 100-yard rusher, a 100-yard receiver. He's closing in on 200 yards. Wow, that's a really big game.
No gain on the play there, second down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom, quick, 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 and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
On second down, here's Watson. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. The sack by Marcus Hunt.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, third and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Following the sack, it's now third and long for Watson and the Texans. Throwing on third and long. Watson flushed out right. He may try and run for this. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still fourth down.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on second down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. He certainly did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there, trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough. The Texans send the punter out as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Luck going to bring him up first and 10. And he's hit on his first 9 passes now in the ballgame. Back to throw, Luck. Looking deep for Hilton. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Indianapolis. T.Y. Hilton, 65 yards. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And there, Charles, he lined up out left, ran the post, caught it over the middle, and the rest, as they say, is history. And you have to love the scheme that they just showed there, because if you're going to run a deep post, you ordinarily have to get a safety out of the middle of the field. And you do it one of 2 ways, either by running routes at him that carries him away from it, or you either freeze him in the middle with routes that run underneath so that he doesn't get depth. Then you throw it over the top, and boy, what a successful play that was. Vinatieri connecting on the extra point, and we are tied at 14. Pretty clean and simple there, just 2 plays, the long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Nothing separating these 2 teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, second down.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
Here's second and 10 now from the 35. Throwing again is Watson. Off to Thomas on the left side. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be third down.
Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball, just didn't work on that one.
Completed it. No yardage. Big play coming up. Here's third and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
Watson on first down. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. To the air yet again, Watson. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Deandre Hopkins once again the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
He's got the 1st down inside the 10. And all the way down to the 5. A gain there of 21 yards.
This is one of those plays that could go either way, but we've seen the influence of the college game now in the NFL, where we're seeing more and more of these plays run, and that one went for a big gain.
They'll come out in the pistol. A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll try to run it in, going option right. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. Give him 4 yards there on the 1st down keeper.
Only 4 yards on that gain, but, you know, a lot of people would say that's like getting 9 in normal circumstances since this was 1st and 5.
Yeah, now your playbook's wide open here, 2nd and very short.
Yeah, I still don't think that you can count it in the stats that way at contract time.
No, it still goes down as 4, not 9. That is caught. Hopkins for the Texans touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown pass, and the Texans have taken the lead.
And that 3rd counter there gives them the lead, and it's obvious they've needed everything that he's given them today. The 3 touchdowns, that's impressive, but without them, they're not winning this game.
Fairbairn now to add the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. That time, a 9-play drive, and it results in the Texans finding the end zone. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Andrew Luck, 3 fourth-quarter comebacks a season ago when he was comeback player of the year, and he needs another one right now if he wants a Colts victory. Throwing his Luck out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Well, they tried to swing it on left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
So they had the big loss on that 1st down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. To throw is Luck. Over the middle here, it's Hilton. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Back to throw. Caught left side by Hilton. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
Lutz throw, finding T.Y. Hilton complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down.
Partner, you got to like what they're doing right there. Little by little, they're getting closer. Another good pickup.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Now it's Luck. 10 more there and another first down. And this one complete right side to Funchess. Now the Colts moving quickly here in the hurry-up offense. He'll look to throw.
I'm a little surprised right here. They got 3 timeouts left. The clock's running down, and they aren't using them. Those timeouts do you no good at home. Use them now.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. It's 2nd and goal, but now all the way back at the 14. They'll look to throw. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. One last throw here for Luck. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Jaleel Adai. And now nothing but green ahead of him. The 30, past the 20. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD.
That's a touchdown right there.
Little bit of a backbreaker right there. You're down close, 1-score game, trying to push the ball down the field and score, and you throw a pick 6.
And sometimes you take a little bit of a gamble when you're making your throws, right? Sometimes you press it a little bit more than maybe you wanted to because you want that score so badly. In this case, it cost them.
One more extra point attempt for good measure. It's up and it's good as they tack on one more to what's going to be a very satisfying victory. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say good night, everybody, from Indianapolis.